Hi, I'm Adam Atkins, and this is how you make a Neapolitan Calzone. Okay, so a classic Neapolitan Calzone. This one is filled with ricotta, salami, some fior mozzarella, some tomato. We got some basil and pecorino. Gonna finish it off with a little oil at the end. It's gonna be a banger. Let's do it. So this one, we're gonna cook it in dome. You cook the same thing in rock box. You just wanna lower the heat a little bit. Dome is now kicking at about 390, 400 degrees. We're gonna be cooking this one for about 4 or 5 minutes because it's gonna take a lot longer to cook that dough through. We're just gonna be using my classic pizza dough. Get some flour in the middle of our board. Gonna cut one out and lift it up, straight up. Upside down. So the way we're going to open this dough is going to be a little bit different. This is the overnight dough recipe that you can get from Gozney.com. It is a classic Neapolitan pizza dough, running at about 60% hydration. It's a 260 gram dough ball. This will make a full size, decent calzone. And we're going to open it a little bit different. You're not trying to form a crust with this one. You could even, if you really want to, use a rolling pin for this. Smash it out all the way to the edge. We don't need to retain that air in the crust. We just want a nice big circle. So swipe away the excess. The bench flour, we're using a semolina here, fine semolina. You can use whatever you've got. I just prefer this one. And we're ready to go. We've got our dough, slightly oblong, doesn't matter. It kind of benefit actually, of it being oblong, so we're gonna fold it over. Hit that with some ricotta. Put a decent amount in there. Spread it about a little bit. Get our Napoli salami. This one's just been like shredded up. Use whatever salami you like. This one's just authentic stuff. It's like peppery, a little bit of garlic in there. It's lovely. And then we're gonna hit that with a little bit of our mozzarella. That's enough. Don't want to overfill this thing. All of these toppings need to cook out in there. You don't want to go crazy. Now we've filled it up, a little bit more cheese. And we're just gonna add a little bit of basil in there as well. We're just gonna fold it over, take the edge all the way over so it meets up with the other one. Bring it in a little bit, and this is where we need to seal it up. Now you can make it look pretty when you fold it over and stuff, but really you just want to smash this down and make sure that this is fully sealed. So just really give it a good smash. Use your fists and make sure that this is fully sealed up. Take your time with this, really seal it up. You don't want this to open or split in the oven. Just get enough flour underneath it as well, move it around, make sure it's not sticking. You just want to pick it up and give it a stretch. This dough, because it's double thickness here, you need to thin it out a little bit. So we're gonna open it up like that, and that is our calzone. Perfect. You see it's got a lot of air in there. So we're gonna make a little hole here, a little hole on this side, and we're just gonna push out those toppings to fill it out. Because when this is gonna go on the peel, I'm gonna put a little sauce on it before it goes into the oven. And if it was too rounded, that sauce is just gonna pour off. It's gonna go on the side of the peel, it's gonna go off into the oven. And we're gonna slide it on. Get it all to the edges, keep it in that nice shape. What you want to do is make sure this is going to come off the peel, okay? So just go on and off. You can do this a couple of times. You can flour the peel a little bit, but I know that's going to come off there because it did just then. So it's going to come off into the oven. So we're going to get a little sauce, place a little bit over the center of this, over the holes as well. This is just my standard sort of margarita marinara pizza sauce. It's just crushed tomatoes with a bit of salt. Put that all over the top like so. Get some of our pecorino, grate a little bit of that on top. A little bit of oil. And that is ready for the oven. Just going to make sure it's to the edges and it's going to go in. So we're going to cook it quite near the front of the oven where it's not too hot. So we're just going to go in here, straight down. This is going to cook quite a bit longer than your standard pizza. It's at least 3 to 5 minutes. So I've just whacked the oven up a little bit. I'm just going to spin it round, make sure we've got a nice cook all the way round. I'm happy that the dough is cooked through, but I'm just finishing it off, colouring it, and we're done. Here's our calzone. We're just going to finish it off with a little extra pecorino on top, some fresh basil, some olive oil, give it a nice blast. And there you go. There is our classic Neapolitan calzone. Right, it's time to eat it. Let's give it a cut. Boom. Go, look at that. Oozy, cheesy goodness. I'm just going to dive in. It's a Neapolitan party in my mouth. That's a banger. For the recipe, go to Gozney.com. That's a cut.